Brady, your thoughts? Such a great career. Announced earlier today that you're retiring. Emotional day. What are your thoughts on a day like today?
Well, it is emotional because you love what you do. You know, I got the greatest job that you could ever have, coaching young men and help develop them, their character and the culture that we want to have. So that's the tough part. You know, you're competitive, so you love the game also. But you know, it's time. You know, I believe me. I've done, I think, 42 years, and so it's time to move forward.
You say it's time, Brady, but was this entirely your decision, or were there factors within the San Diego State Athletic Department where you guys kind of mutually agreed that this would be the best way, parting of the ways?
It was time, you know, and to move forward. You know, I think if I stayed doing it too long, I don't think I'd ever leave. So it was just the right time to do it.
Now, Coach, the former coach that was here, Coach Long, he retired and then went to UNM and all that.
Yeah.
You're not planning on going to A&M and hang out with Jimbo Fisher? And
No, well, yeah, well, Jim, we'd be at Jimbo's house. So, but no, not really. You know, I'm doing the right thing. I get to spend more time with my bride, who, you know, we started dating in 7th grade, so now I can pick up on some time lost and with our daughter Kelly, and so it's going to be awesome.
What are you going to miss most?
Being out here, the kids in general, but coaching on the field, developing guys, you know, and I think that's my strength as a coach in development of defensive linemen.
Brady, how much did this season play a part? If you were successful in going to a bowl game, would you have made the same decision?
I don't know. You know, I mean, there's all kinds of, you know, what would you do if, but, and all that, but I only know the circumstances, and, you know, it was something that had been thinking about for a while, obviously, so it was the right time.
There's been an outpouring on social media, I know you don't have it, but former players, people who've been connected with you, just talking about the things you've meant to them, including some of your players. I mean, what is that? I guess, what has your day been like in terms of people reaching out and also just being able to kind of feel that love?
You know, I've seen some of those. We've been breaking down San Jose, right? So I haven't really. I'll give my phone to Laura tonight when I get home, and she'll read everything, and she will tell me everything.
Some coaches are just showing the door. What's it mean to you to get to finish out the last 2 games?
Well, you know, that's the only way I'd want it, you know, to be with these kids that, you know, it's important, you know. So from that standpoint, Kirk, I think it's exactly like I'd like it.
Coach, how do you just talk to these kids and tell them, you know, obviously you care about them and whatnot. How do you just keep them focused for these last games of the season?
Well, you know, and I think that's a great question. And you being a former player, you know, the resiliency you have to have playing for, you know, we're playing for our seniors. Going to play hard for them. I think we have, you know, when you look at the last 4 games, I think, you know, I don't like give up when people say that, but I can tell you our guys have played their ass off, and they, you know, they're playing for each other, and that's what they have to do. You know, you have to be competitive, and you have to have character, and then you also have to have a loyalty to each other, and that's what, and you know, you played the game. You got 11 guys doing the right things, doing the same thing. To be successful, there's nothing like it.
What was the message to the team? I mean, have you addressed it with them?
Yeah, well, we met this morning, you know, because I wanted them to know, and then met with the staff, you know, just, hey, it's time for me to retire, and, you know, but you're not going to get rid of me yet, because we got 2 games to win.
Is there anything that you can do over those 2 games to help the assistants who are staying, trying to maybe talk to that next person, or move forward with it?
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, there's a loyalty when you're a head coach and to your assistants. Obviously, some of these, well, one is family, but a couple others are Kurt and I have been together for a lot of time, known each other. And so, and Kevin Wolfhausen, you know, Kevin's our defensive analyst, and he's my age, so we've been doing it a long time and doing it together. So he's, you know, you're going to help. I'm going to help him whatever I can do. You know, make calls or whatever I have to do, and hopefully, you know, if they want to stay on here and whoever's hired, you know, has that opportunity to keep them, I'm going to try and talk them into it. And you know, because and also, you know, the people in recruiting that we have, the people, and because this decision affects a lot of people, and believe me, I've thought about that, and it's probably the hardest thing is missing the kids, but missing the people on staff.